Okay, welcome to the next installment of Song Night. This is number 28. And we're going to be looking at sample alchemy. So if you're new to Logic 10.8, maybe you haven't used this yet. If you haven't used the iPad version, which it's been on the iPad version since May, and it's a pretty cool tool. So we're going to use this kind of as our initial songwriting tool tonight. Let me switch over to the screen. There we go. It's an amazing tool. We're going to explore the features of it as we're using it to do some songwriting. One of the things I love most about a lot of these new tools that we're getting, it allows us to revitalize the Apple loops that come with Logic. So we have a ton of Apple loops, right, that are useless most of the time. I'm going to start by using this one called Ascending. Let's see what this one. How many of you have ever used that particular beautiful thing? It's useless, right? So I loaded that into Sample Alchemy, and let me actually just create a new one to walk you through it real quick, because I think it's interesting to see this in action. Let's drag Ascending straight out. We're going to start by trimming it just ever so slightly so that it starts at the beginning. Had to use the shift. Well, I used the shift modifier to get that just right. So now I play a note. So it's still in there. But if we come in here to our sample menu, I'm going to do pitch lock. That means it's going to lock it into one note. And the timbre is going to change because the pitch of the original is changing, but it's going to try to lock it into one note. I love that. Right? And then we can do cool things with, for instance, the arpeggiator thing. And let's switch this over to additive. I think we're going to get a little bit better. And then I think with my original that I'm going to play with tonight, let's actually do this so I remember what we're doing. All I did in addition to that was change like some of the low pass filter. I mean, we went from that to kind of a cool. Let's see if that's gonna tempo align with everything out here. So let's do a new drummer track real quick. And we'll just we'll start with just, well, yeah, let's just do like an 8-bar loop for a minute. That'll work. Rock. I don't even know. Pop. Well, I'll stick with retro. And okay. Man, I don't like that beat at all. Let's swap that out for something better. So because the original Apple loop has kind of its own tempo thing, it's not exactly lining up like I was hoping it was going to. Let's see what other choices we have with that, if any. Because it's not. Ooh, it's like almost. Let's see if I can do this so that it's going to work. I just don't know with drums. Maybe we'll have to do this in a different drum percussion way. I really like the idea of that, but... Okay, so idea, it could work. Let's change that hat pattern. That way we're not competing with those the faster rhythm there. Maybe. Oof, maybe. But I'm not sure yet. It's song night. We're going to improvise as we go. We didn't even get those first notes. Nice quantization work, Logic. Or not, I should say. Let me turn on my capture recording since I didn't record any of that. Oh, it gave me both. That's annoying, but we'll do that. Reflatten. Okay, that one right there. Ooh, it looks like I missed. That's okay. Okay, let's get another thing for this happening. I haven't done this yet with any of the MIDI loops. They are audio files too. Okay, they just get converted over. I like the granular, that's nice. Okay, so I love how easy it is to do layered textures within the one instrument by just using the 4 different objects here. We're going to use the bowing option, which is that back and forth oscillation across the point where you set it. The first one, I'm using granular analysis and synthesis or resynthesis. And for B, I'm using spectral, which is nice. We can do both. Gotta be careful, it's gonna get thick fast, but we can make that work, I think. So the granular falls apart in that higher octave. Oh, but I like it so much. So let me pull the B into additive, which is a little cleaner, but I'm going to turn down the mixer for it. I wonder if for the granular one, let's do... So the vertical movement of these typically adjusts the first parameter in the synthesis area, so the size of the grain. And by lowering that, it's actually making it so I don't get that quite that weird flutter in the higher section, which is going to be good. But I lose pitch. I think we're going to live with that. But okay, that might work. I still think that original ARP thing I was doing may end up going away. It's just so... It's very cool, but it's also distracting. Stereo pan, let's go the other direction. something melodic here. Let's do the same thing with this one we did with the other, where we pitch lock. Switch to one of the more I like that. I like how easy it is to take something and build something else with it, right? Let's take this up a couple octaves so I can easily play higher. Raise the attack maybe. Adjust the release. Perfect. So we do have some other effects we can dump on that are just from, you know, the Alchemy world. I like adding a little bit of that digital type noise. But of course, let's open up the mod matrix real quick. I'm selecting frequency, and we're just going to do a little bit of an LFO. Okay, maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. Okay, right off the bat, that's the downsampling. It's too repetitive. And I really hate how sometimes it's hard to get exactly what I want quickly with the mod section here. I don't think it's as featured rich as I would like. So I'm just going to do the modulator MIDI effect plugin. And let's do plugin parameter frequency. And then I can do a randomizer. You'll see it's going down more than I want. So let's offset that up like that. And then we're going to smooth it out so it like glides between a... I mean, the modulator is hands down top 5 features of Logic. like clipping all over the place. Let's just do, for the moment, because I don't want to gain stage while I'm songwriting, but I also don't want to just clip the crap out of it. So let's just give me just a limiter for now. And then we'll use the mastering assistant later, right? Okay. So some building blocks. Oof. I think, let me mute those two things. Too many kind of strange sounds happening all at once, which is fine, but last one. Okay, so I don't know if I like any of that. Okay, let's try, because we're really exploring still, sample alchemy. Something like a percussive sound, right? So beats. Oh, I have something else record arm, don't I? Loop only does the 2. Ah, that's loud in my ears. And we can always turn off, where do we do that? Somewhere in here, preview mode, so that it doesn't play when I move things around. Ooh, I kind of like that a little bit, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so let's start. Oops, cancel. Let's move all of that stuff back another section. Loop this out. For now, we'll loop that. Okay, so timing, I've got to sort that out, but I'm hearing the remix effects there for a second. Put this into touch mode for automation. Maybe it's the repeater. We'll find out. So I want to also, while I'm doing that, also put this into touch mode for a minute. Let's see. Let's start that over. We'll try it again. Does it not record that data? It's doing it now. Let's have the bass come in. Oh, what did I just click on? Who knows? There we go. Let's try one more time. That last chord's dumb. Let's change that. Okay. From the beginning. Okay. Kind of cool. So we're using 4 sample alchemies, but one of them is muted right now. This original one that I liked, that I was going to build the whole thing around, just didn't work. And it wasn't easy to change the feel of that at all. So we're just leaving that muted. Everything else is interesting. And we're just using like generic Apple loops for the sources, which there's this whole cupboard of thousands of files, right? And you can just pull them in and mangle them in new ways. We could do this before with Alchemy, and almost everything we can do with sample Alchemy, we could do with Alchemy. None of it's really different. It's just a different road to get there. It's a little straighter path for certain things. Cool. I think that's where we're going to pull the plug on tonight's thing. Thanks everybody who's been watching. I know we're down to a small crowd, but we've had a bunch of people on at various times. And if you're watching this later and you get to the end, well, that's your own fault. And I'll talk to you all later.